I am so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry I did this. And I'm sorry I didn't tell you. But now I have to tell you. So, hello, everybody. Welcome back to Echo. This is how we become real woke. My name is Empress Talowa, and this is a channel where we learn, relearn, and learn so that we can ultimately decrease struggle in our lives. I did something very bad, guys, and in this video today, I would like to address that. I hope you guys can forgive me. It was not intentional at all, but it happened and it must be addressed. And that's what today's video is about. So before we get into today's video, I'd like to welcome back all the old viewers from the channel, and I'd also like to welcome the new viewers. If any of this content resonates with you, please feel free to subscribe, hit the notifications icon so that you can always be updated when we post new content. And also don't forget to hit the like button because it helps the video to be seen more on YouTube. And this message can get out and more people can hear my apology. So without wasting any more time, let us get into today's video. I'm sure you guys are curious what it is that I want to apologize for and why I want to apologize. So here it is. I'm sorry that there are things I did not tell you initially when I started the channel regarding the choice between 3D and 5D. It was not intentional, guys. I suppose I just neglected to talk about it. And I am noticing that it is important to talk about this because the content that I share on this channel is somewhat quite deep, and some of the tips I give without considering that we are all in different stages of learning. We are all in different stages of our spiritual journeys. So what may apply to somebody who's at the harvest phase of their journey might not necessarily apply to someone who's still planting the seed. So that is why the apology today. So let's start with the reason why I feel it's so important for me to apologize. We have 3D, like I've been explaining, and we have 5D. Physical, quantum. So physical reality, quantum reality. So possibility. And here, things are already here. They are shaped, they are objects, we see them, they are here in the third dimension. This is here, my classes are here. But in the quantum field in 5D, it's potentiality, okay? So one of the things that happen as you do the practices and the rituals maybe to assist you in making the choice between 3D and 5D. one of those things is that your third eye opens up, right? Some people may experience a Kundalini awakening. We call Kundalini in Zulu umbilini. So different things happen to us. And if you are not aware of yourself, you may open doors that you may not be able to close spiritually. What I mean by this is we have people that do practices that open up the third eye, right? And when you are not informed, when your third eye opens up, it may shock you and it may actually evoke psychosis. And psychosis is a mental condition.
Some people find it hard to make sense of the world around them. They lose touch with reality. They find it hard to make sense of their own internal world, their thoughts and feelings. Their perceptions can be severely altered. A person with these symptoms may be experiencing psychosis. While people's experience of psychosis varies, it is common to have extreme mood swings, behave strangely, have jumbled thoughts and muddled speech. People experiencing acute psychosis will sometimes talk and respond to voices and other hallucinations that only they can see or hear. They may feel afraid and paranoid, be guarded and suspicious of other people. Sometimes people turn to alcohol and other drugs to manage their feelings. This may disguise their symptoms and in the long term make their symptoms worse.
And from what I've researched, this is what psychosis is about. And it is not a good state to be in. Kundalini awakening also is another process that can actually put you in a state that may be too much, or the vibrations of that state may be too high, and from where you were, it's not like the next step, you know. You went and you quantum jumped. You shifted timelines, and maybe that shook your system. Maybe that shook your system. It's possible that something like that can happen. And when that happens, it can really mess up your mental health. Some people, when they go through this journey, they start engaging with psychedelics. And when you are not ready, when you are not prepared, you can actually end up having a very bad trip. Okay? Do go and research further before you adopt a particular spiritual practice. Do your research. Get yourself ready. Like, for example, you may go through ceremonial activity of taking psychedelics, and you've been eating meat, you've been eating dairy, you've been eating a lot of salt and sugar, and you have not even prepared yourself spiritually, and you have not been eating right. That can actually contrast what you are trying to achieve. at that particular moment when you are engaging with that particular process. So I urge you guys, some people like to fast before they take up certain practices, okay? So I don't know, I just felt the need to actually share this with you guys, that sometimes we go through a spiritual journey and we are not aware of certain things that might actually break us as we journey. Making the choice between the 3D and the 5D is not as simple as maybe I sometimes make it out to be. It is not something that happens overnight. I mean, it's taken me about 20 years to actually be in the state that I'm in now. A state where I feel more content, a state where, you know, things don't bother me as much as they used to before. People don't bother me as much. Situations don't bother me as much. But that is only because I had been putting in the work for years. Some people's journeys take about like 2 years, but I don't think that we ever really arrive. I think you journey and then you get to a certain point and then you start another level of the journey. So I think from my perspective, for as long as we are spirits, since we also know that energy cannot be destroyed, we don't die, only the flesh dies. So we carry on, our journeys carry on. So I don't think we ever arrive, if I should put it that way. So in that journey, let us be gentle with ourselves. Don't look at me and compare yourself with me. I don't look at others and compare myself with them. Actually, it reminds me of a quote that I came across recently on the socials, and it said, "Do not eat your seeds because you see others eating their harvest." So that's why I'm talking about the different levels and why it is so important for all of us to be aware of ourselves and of the journey that we are on and the level that we are on, and the things or processes or rituals or activities that we engage in as we awaken. Okay, it is so important, guys. You do not want to dig a pit for yourself. And when you do go down the rabbit hole, as I mentioned in the video where I was talking about the matrix, when you do go down that rabbit hole, make sure that you always maintain the higher vibrations, even when there is chaos all around you. So when we start these spiritual journeys, especially when you start walking your journey consciously, it sometimes feels like you have opened a can of worms. Do not despair. Do not despair. Stay there. Stay with it. It's not easy. And nobody said it would be easy. No one said it would be easy, guys. Remember, I was talking about how babies learn to walk and they fall. Be easy as you go through this journey. Be easy on yourself. Once again, I sincerely apologize for not telling you guys that this journey is not easy. It's one of the hardest things you will ever do for yourselves. But guess what? It will be worth every step, every hardship, every breath, every second of your life. It will all be worth it. I promise you. That much, I promise you. Stay sincere. Stay loving yourself. Stay on the positive side of the grid so that your lows are not too low and your highs are high. Okay? Thank you guys for watching this video until the end. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your comments. I appreciate all your engagements with the channel. So on that note, I will see you guys in the next video. For now, it's salute from me, Empress Taloa, signing out of Echo. This is how we become real woke.